Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. And this is a different video. This is not breakout video. This is not something where I talk about this strategy, this system, about psychology, about whatever. It's just a video to explain you what are my goals, what are my, plans, and what I want to do with my trading journey that, it's just started. And I just wanted to share with you what are my goals, okay, mainly. And I just want to share with you what I'm doing right now with, the props I'm trading with, the ones I want to trade with. And so I just want to explain a little bit what are my plans about, the funding programs that are out there and the one I prefer. So basically, I always looked, you know, for a mentor. And when I found Anton Kalmes from Mentafix, everything really changed. So I really love that man, and I really love the ecosystem that he created. So I want to trade with Ment Funding and now Ment Stocks, okay, because he's just launched this stocks environment. So I want to share with you. So Ment Funding is this one. This is a very solid prop firm. It's a different prop firm from the other because they do things differently. Okay, but this is not a video about that. I just want to um, tell you why I'm choosing Ment Funding and uh, Ment Stocks. Perfect. Okay. So Ment Stocks is for stocks, obviously, and Ment Funding is for forex, metals, commodities, and futures. I don't trade futures, so on this one, I can scale my trading account with forex, my forex trading account, and with Ment Equities, I want to scale, obviously, the stocks. Right now, what you see here, it's trade the pool because I started the challenge before the Ment, let's say the Ment funding team launched the mentstocks.com. So right now I'm in this challenge, a little bit of drawdown, 2% of drawdown, but it's normal because I made a mistake, and the mistake was to not being able to recognize when a stock, since I trade lower time frame, is in liquid. And so I had a lot of issue, slippage issues, and stop loss that instead of being -1 were -2 because of the slippage, or break-evens that instead of being break-evens were -1 or -1.5. So there is an issue, okay, with that trading the lower time frame. But the main issue is that with trade the pool, I can hold the trade overnight. There is the possibility to hold the trade if you buy a swing account, but this swing account have really low buying power, so it's not worth for me. Okay, if I don't remember, the maximum you have is a 40,000, yeah, 40K buying power for $1,500, something like that. So it's not worth. And I really love Anton Kalmes and Menfani, so I want to trade with them because I want to scale with them. They have one of the best scaling plan out there. Not for stocks because they have just launched it, but for forex, it's unbelievable. Okay, just check their site if you want to know more about that. But yeah, right now, what I want to do is to pass the challenge. If I don't, it doesn't matter. I'm going to share with you updates on these. So this is my balance right now, and I have a 4% drawdown maximum here before breaching the account, and now I am a 2%, okay, drawdown. So the goal with Trade the Pool is to take the account because I'm already in the challenge, maybe doing the 10%, And instead of scaling with trader pool, going with Ment funding, Ment stocks. Okay, so the goal here is to finish the challenge, pass the challenge, make a 10%. It doesn't matter how long it takes to do that, but the goal is to make the 10% and then request a payout. When you make 10% on Trader Pool, they just scale your account, giving another 15 or 10%. I don't remember. And then closing the account, okay, and buying Ment stocks challenge. And in the meanwhile, what I'm doing is this one. This is the challenge, the free challenge, because Ment funding, one of the things that they do differently compared to other is they run a competition, and everyone runs a competition. I know that, but the competition is a little bit different because they do not give the prize to the traders that do the best percentage, because as you know, there are all-inners, there are people that buys multiple accounts and try, let's say, gambling and things so on. So they manually review every single traders. They have very strict rules, and even if you, let's say, finish 47th in the competition, you still, after the manual review, can be among the first 14 that have the prizes. So they do things really different. And if you want to know more about that, you can check the Ment Funding YouTube channel. They explain, there is Anton Kalmes himself that explains how the manual review works. And he shows how the manual review works. So it's very interesting because of that. And because of that, I really trust them, because they really look for traders. They do not look for gamblers. And so they, every single day, every single month, sorry, they manually review 2,000 plus traders with all the trades they took, just to understand if they did things fairly or not. So right now, this is the competition. This is just, I tried with um, a lower time frame, but in the lower time frame, the spread in forex is too high, and so it's hard for me to be profitable with my strategy. Not that the strategy is not profitable on the lower time frame, but I should try to focus only on pairs that have low spreads. But since I just want to trade where the context is good, not where the context is good and the spread is low, I just decide to higher the time frame, and so I now enter on the 4 hour. And the first trade that I took was Euro Yen, the stop loss, and now I'm waiting for JPN 225, that is the Japan index. I'm waiting for a buy stop there, and you can find the trade here. I don't remember. I think no. Where it is? Where it is? Maybe I'm wrong. Oh, indices. Oh, yes, now forex is indices. So this was the SPX. Where it is? Okay, this one. So this is the idea, JPN 225, that I share with you on the Telegram group. And here, okay, sorry, here is the actual trade on the platform. They use GUI Trade as platform for the challenge, and GUI Pro for the funded account. So it's very easy to use this one. And yeah, basically this is where I want to stay, because they have the fastest scaling plan in the industry. They double your account every time you make a 10% after a 6 month period of assessment, and you can scale until 5 million, and then from 5 million you can scale to the infinite. And this is something really, really, really unbelievable. So I decided to start my career, let's say, with them. So let's say Ment funding for forex, commodities, metals, indices, and Ment stocks for the stocks. This is what I'm looking for. There is another, let's say, alternative, another possibility, another opportunity. But it's a little bit different because it's not a prop firm and it's Darvinex. In Darvinex, you can trade whatever you want: futures, stocks, ETF, or forex, commodities, and things so on. And but it's a little bit different because they are a hedge fund, so there is not a prop firm. There is not a, let's say, usual payout like in prop firm. It's a long term strategy. You can build your track record with them, and then you can sell that track record, if you don't want to trade anymore with them, to an hedge fund, because that track record is certified, okay, by third parties. So again, check the Darwin Zero site if you want. But yeah, that is another thing that, as a long-term business, as a long-term goal, it's very interesting. And after I will be able to have an account with Mint Fundings for the Forex and Mint Stocks for the stocks, I for sure give a try. Will give a try, sorry, with the Darvinex. I already did it, and it was very good. I mean, it was very good. But then I stopped because they do not have all the stocks that you can find in Trade the Pool. Trade the Pool has over 7,000 stocks, if I don't remember, if I don't wrong. So they do not have all that stocks, but Mint Funding neither. So in Mint Funding, at the beginning, Mint Stocks, so sorry, you can trade only the S&P 100. So the biggest 100 companies, and I know that these companies are in the list of the tradable product in Darvinex. So it would be interesting to start with Mint Stocks and then link with a trade copier, link the account to Darvinex, so you can copy the trades on Darvinex. And so this is, let's say, my perfect plan. Now I have to see how things will go on, but this is my perfect plan. And you will receive an update on every single of this challenge. So this video basically start a playlist, a section where I will give you updates on the challenge I'm in. Okay, maybe I will do every end of the week an update, a review video. It depends. I don't know yet, but yeah, this is what you see. This is what you will see. No, let's say, filters. No, no drama. No hiding behind a finger. This is all what it is. I don't care if I lose the challenge. I don't care if I take a stop loss. I know my system is profitable, but I also know that there are things that I could improve, that I can improve. So this is a journey, and I want to share the journey with you. And when you share a journey, you don't share only the ups, but you share, also the downs. And so if, because maybe it will happen, but if it will happen to have downs, the downs will be, share with you as well. Because at the end of the day, this is the path of a trader. And the path of a trader is made by downs, by period of downs too. And I want to share with you. Okay? So yeah, just a little recap. Mint Funding to scale to 5 million and infinite. Mint Stocks to trade stocks, the 100 biggest company. Then Darvinex to be linked to Mint Funding, to Mint Stocks, sorry, in order to trade also with them as a long-term goal. Because with Darvinex, at the end of the, let's say, process, you can have your hedge fund, because they have an hedge fund as a service business where they open an hedge fund on their behalf. So it's something really interesting. It's not the classic get rich quick scheme of the props, even if Mint Funding is not part of that. But with prop funding, you have 70, 80, 90% of the payout, and the average of the time, okay, that a trader has an account, the average time that a trader has an account is maybe 2, 3 months. I don't remember. I read something like that. I'm not sure. I have to check, but I think that it's something. Sorry, guys. Just a minute. Okay, I think it's something like that. So 2 or 3 months before breaching it. So that is another thing. This is a long-term journey where you build your track record, and yeah, this this is what I want to do, and I want to share, with you every single step of the journey. So if you like this video, please subscribe. But as I just said, in my first video, I don't care if you subscribe or not, because this is not about a subscription. But if you subscribe, you will not, miss any of these updates. So be sure to follow me on Telegram, because there is where the live action. So every single live session from Monday to Friday that I do is shared there. Every single trade idea, every single setup that I'm gonna take, every single trade is shared there. Okay, and at the end of the week, I can do a review where I share the trade that I took, where I share my spreadsheet, where you basically can see the trade, so my trading journal that is also shared on a specific channel on Telegram, and I will, share more on the psychology and the strategy behind those trades. So if you like the idea, just give a thumb up and follow me. Thank you, guys, and as always, we're gonna see you the next time.